Hey everybody, Ryan DeWitt here from DeWitt Physical Therapy. Today I wanted to take you through our hip flow, which is a series of basic hip mobilizations and stretches to just open you up and get you moving a little bit more. I know in the last couple weeks I've been sitting a whole lot more than I normally do, and at the same time I'm actually a little less active than I normally am, even though I might have a little bit more time. It's a weird thing. But I assume that if I'm feeling that way, you guys probably are too. And so I wanted to take you through this hip flow, see if we can get you moving around and feeling a little bit better. All right, let's give it a try. So first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna start with our feet underneath our hips. You're gonna put your hands on your hips. We're just gonna do like 5 of these hip circles to each side. I always joke and think about my grandpa when I do these. So if you wanna call them old man hip circles, that's totally fine. So 5 one way, let's go 5 the other way. Funny thing is they feel amazing though. So just start off something easy. Great. The next thing I want to have you do is this standing figure 4. So we'll stand on the left leg, you'll cross that right ankle over your knee, and you're just going to sit your butt back and kind of press down into that knee, get a nice little stretch on the outside of the hip here. Stand back up, and let's try the same thing on the other side. And we'll just go back and forth. We're going to try 5 of these on each side. Just pausing for a few seconds. Good stretch, no falling over, working on your balance at the same time. Here's number 3. You might notice that one hip is a little stiffer than the other. That's okay. We're going to get them all. So number 4. I'll tell you what, if you do this whole series through twice, your hips will feel even amazing-er. And yes, I think that's a word. At least it should be. Okay, so that's 5 on each side. Next, I'm going to have you just take one big step out. So I'm going to take my right leg, step it out, and take both hands down to the ground. My right hand is going to go on top of that foot, and my back leg is going to straighten out. And all I'm going to do here is take my right elbow, and I'm going to shove my right knee out. And at the same time, I'm going to be tightening that quad on my left leg to get a nice little stretch to the front of that hip. I'm just going to give 5 pulses out to the side there. Put both hands down. Take a big step forward with that left leg. We do the same thing. Right leg stays nice and tight. I'm going to go 5 pulses with my left elbow. Good. And then we will switch. We'll go back. Let's go 5 more pulses. Make sure you keep that opposite leg nice and straight. And 5. And the second time through, it should already feel a little bit better, hopefully a little more stretchy. Whether you're getting a stretch kind of through this groin area here or through the front of that back leg, doesn't really matter. Chances are if you've been sitting, you're going to feel a little bit of tightness on both sides, and that's totally fine. This is my 3rd round here on this right side with the 5 pulses. This will be our last one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Okay, so now I'm going to take that right leg out in front, that left leg back, same position. I'm going to attempt to touch my right elbow down to my instep and then reach up towards the ceiling. So let's go 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to switch legs. And same thing here. I'm going to go elbow down to that instep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to go through this 2 more times on each leg. So 1, rotate up. Make sure you're pressing down into the ground with this down arm as you're doing this. 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more of those on each leg. Might be feeling a little stiff, or hopefully a little bit looser by now. But you might be going, holy smokes, I didn't realize my hips were this tight. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Okay, not too bad, right? Okay. Now we're going to get you up on your feet, and we are going to get your feet in a nice wide stance, something like this. Those toes can turn slightly out. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some lateral lunges. So what we're going to do is I'm going to lean to this right side. Right knee bends and kind of pushes over and slightly outside of my foot. Sit my butt back. This leg stays straight. I should be getting a nice big stretch. Come back up and go to the opposite side. So that's 1. We're going to do 5 of these on each side. And if you can get deeper and deeper each time, even better. There we go. One more. There we go. Good. Okay. Stand back up. Shake those legs out for a second. Next one's called a bootstrapper. So we're going to get you in your squat stance, which is your feet about shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out. First thing you're going to do is you're going to reach down. You're going to grab onto your toes, even if you have to bend your knees a little bit. From here, you're going to pull yourself down into the bottom part of a squat, and you're going to, as far down as you feel like you can go, press those knees out and pull that chest up. Pause for a second, and then keep holding onto those toes. Send those hips back up and back down. We're going to do 5 of these. Pulling yourself down as far as you feel comfortable going. If you can't get all the way down yet, just keep working at it. One day you might find yourself way, way down. 3, 4, one more. Again, I'm kind of down here, and at the same time, I'm pressing out those knees with my arms. And 5. And we'll get you back up standing. Okay. We got one more movement. This is kind of the penultimate opener of all things. This is called the thoracic bridge. So what I'm going to get you to do, you're going to be down on the ground on your hands and knees like this. I'm going to have you float those back knees. I'm going to take that right leg, stick it underneath my other leg and body, spin it around. My toes are facing away from me. Press down with that arm, reach up towards the ceiling, drive through your heels, squeeze your butt, and try to get into this nice tall tabletop position here. Pause, and then back down. And we'll switch. Looking up at that hand. We're going to do 5 of these on each side. Three. Really make sure you're pressing down with that down arm, reaching up to the sky with your fingertips and your belt buckle. One more. And done. Whew, high 10. So that's our hip flow. Give those a try. Nothing should be painful. It should just feel a little stretchy. You should feel amazingly loose afterwards, like you want to go squat or run or just do something and move around. You got all that range? Go do something with it. All right, thanks.